IGNFL 24 on EA Sports. And up next is Deion Jones. He put up numbers last week with a 9-tackle performance. It's the Ravens and the Colts, next on Madden Football.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Raven team as they get ready here. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Colts, it's been a great start to the season. Back-to-back wins to begin the campaign.
Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a lot of season to go.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
And what an incredible athlete with a cannon for an arm. And he's drawing comparisons to some of the best mobile QBs the league has ever seen. In addition, this is a young man who's learned from his mistakes along the way, prepares really well each and every time now, and he's got an opportunity to blossom in this system.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. 20 carries, 71 yards, and a touchdown.
A key component of his team's offense. He will certainly stay in that role if he keeps producing like this each week. Expect him to make a run at not only matching, but exceeding those numbers as this one goes on.
That's complete. Left side to Bateman. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Good play there by Bateman. Nice catch and a first down. Trying to overcome what was largely a lost season in 2022 with only 6 games played and under 300 yards. Hoping this year can be a big one for him.
The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. You look at this Baltimore defense. Well, they've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jaquan Brisker. And the Ravens will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
So here are the Ravens now as they get set for their opening possession. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
Before the game, when I said hello to him, I tried to give him a little dap, but he wouldn't give me any, and I thought he was snubbing me. But then I realized he's keeping all that flame to himself. How about the week he had last week? AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw. It's knocked away and incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw is Fields. He's going to look deep for more. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown. Rondell Moore. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Ravens use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. They said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, You want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive. He burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they called his number in this one.
And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Third down, it's Willis. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. And here's Brad Robbins now. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time? Let's keep doing it until they stop us. Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Colts are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And the Colts coming out now. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. You look at this Baltimore defense. They've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
You have to like the way that they've played in the first month. They have to be very proud being a top 10 unit against the pass. Their goal, though, in this one, see if they can improve that ranking.
A first down there on a pickup of 25. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Miller. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. In motion left goes a tight end. Miller again. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Kendre Miller. His first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Did my eyes deceive me? Or was that an I formation play that was just run there for a touchdown?
A little old school eye.
How about that? Was that a fullback? Tailback? Running it into the end zone?
Well, that's what that fullback's for, right? That's why you use that. Let him pave the way.
Oh, without a doubt. He's an extra blocker, and he did his job well on that play.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he returns this to the 22. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown. So 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. On second down, here's a run from Haskins. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down.
It's 3rd and 10.
Fields. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
A 4-receiver set here, 3rd and 5. Willis. Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team, because number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Yeah, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football, because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of downs.
Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. Willis from the gun on 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. The false start backs them up 5. 1st and 15. Willis looks to pass it here. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 16-yard line.
7-7, our score after 1. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. 2nd down, Willis looks to throw here. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Willis will look to throw it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
And over the elusive slippery guy couldn't get in there, though. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Ravens ready to take over. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is, because he understands how to get open in key situations.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. See the athleticism there of Brian Burns stopping him behind the line. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Here's Fields. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to get the football back again.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Willis from the gun on 3rd down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Adafe Owe showing off the pass rush skills.
Owe, one of the most gifted athletes coming off the edge in the AFC. The key for him, translating that athletic ability into consistent production. Hasn't quite unlocked it all yet. Only 3 sacks last season, but the potential is immense.
And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. The last series form a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Fields on 1st down. He's got McBride here over the middle. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a first down.
Haskins now on 1st and 10. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's Fields.
48-yard line.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Fields now to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A big play there on the catch and run. 35 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, oh, we made all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And shedding through the tackle. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 6-yard line.
2nd down, and they go back to Haskins. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Now Fields. A bullet throw, but incomplete. The Colts D sticking to their assignments, and that brings up 4th.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain.
Holding offense.
Well, they got the ball already. They're not going to risk the yardage and running another 4th down. They decline it.
And what was that they taught you in law school, that possession is 9/10 of the law?
I didn't go to law school.
Oh, you didn't? I thought you did. Well, I'm going to give that to you anyway. Possession is 9/10 of the law, and it's 9/10 of this game, too. Having the football counts.
You're so litigious. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up.
And he goes down. That's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Rashawn Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback. The Colts send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Yeah, he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a 1st down. 2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7 our score. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now it's Fields. Goes right back to Smith again. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 2nd and a couple. Back to throw. Fields. Open man right side is cut complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. To the air again, Fields. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It leads to
To throw is Fields. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Out of the gun, Fields. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Kobe Parkinson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Ravens have retaken the lead.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Crosby with the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it's capped off by the Baltimore score. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. And no doubt he's come out of the gate strong, only in week 3, and you see the numbers thus far.
And we always talk about identity, setting a tone, you know, getting the groundwork laid for the season or for a game. And that's what they've done with the running game so far. It reminds me of when I first went to the University of Tennessee. And believe it or not, I was a quarterback for a day and a half. And the first practice session, the first play we ran was 28 pitch, which is a toss sweep. And I remember the offense coordinator saying, that's our identity. That's our bread and butter. That's the basis of our offense. We got to get that down right here, right now. I think we're seeing some of that in this running game here.
So did you not get that down, and that's why you were moved to the defense, or what?
I don't know for that reason, but I do know I saw a couple of guys throw, and immediately they were saying, you know, you need to learn how to backpedal.
Hey, you turn into a heck of a DB there. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Now Willis. This ball complete to Durham. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That one goes for 30 yards.
You get a rookie tight end who can run like this. It just gives this offense a different dimension than they've had. It's going to be fun to watch his development and how this offense expands as this season moves along.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Willis looking to throw it. Pushes past him. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. Willis. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Jaquan Brisker, and the Ravens are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
The Raven offense going to take over late in this first half. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead. But a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Fields. A short one here, caught by McBride. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They're going to find the open man. That's complete. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Again, Fields. The throw right side here going to be incomplete. On now is Mason Crosby, who's hit from as far as 58 in his career. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he's going to miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good, and this will stay a 4-point game.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
Last play of the half. Here's Willis. And that's incomplete. So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. We got an excellent first half from the dynamic quarterback, Justin Fields. His 2 touchdown passes helped pave the way for his guys to take this lead into the intermission.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. This taken in at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. They were losers a week ago to Baltimore, but they lead things here as they start 1st and 10. A quick throw caught by Cup out wide. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll make it second down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 26-yard line.
Looking to throw. Fields. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. From the gun on 3rd down, Fields. And he fires one, but incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the 3rd quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
And this returnable for Rager. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Again, it's Camaro. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On 3rd down, it's Willis. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now, what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And they'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Haskins trying to pick it up. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. On the end around, here comes Smith. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. They'll run it on the option with Haskins, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Holding. Offense.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Option play. Here's Haskins. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. On the option left is Fields, and they'll run it here. And he's going to ball his way forward to the 48. A good productive run there on 1st down. He winds up getting 8. Back to throw. Fields. This one deep for Wilson. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Fields. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I like what they tried to do there. They didn't get a completed pass downfield, but they came off of a momentum play. Big-time gain on the previous snap. Came right back and threw one deep, hoping to catch them on their heels.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Here's a diving catch right side. Touchdown! Cooper Kupp, a 16-yard touchdown. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Indianapolis offense ready to go again. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They begin on the ground with Kamara. 70 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up the touchdown.
He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
A lot depended on the spot there, and he got it, but it wasn't by much, was it? I remember Coach Madden talking about, depending on which foot the official used, that would tell you whether you had the first down or not. You want that upfield foot to be the one that spots the ball, don't you?
And you and I have the luxury of a couple extra views here in the booth, and he did get it, but not by much. They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. They'll give it up the middle to Miller. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
And the Colts first down.
Now they'll look to Willis to pass it here. Got his man there complete to Gallup. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down at will. Shotgun snap to Willis. He finds Bateman over the middle. And the Colts are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Kamara not going anywhere. He'll lose a couple back to the 6. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Miller. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. Vaughn. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on the play. And what to do now on 4th and goal? And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
An 18-yard attempt.
And his kick is indeed good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. And the Ravens taking the field. The field goal we just saw has us now at a 1-score game, and on this side of the football, things are getting pretty tenuous, a little stressful.
Blood pressure up a little bit, you think?
I think up a lot a bit.
Could you imagine taking the pulse right now? It might be like a jackhammer out there on that side of the ball, but here's what the deal is. I think what we've observed is a team that's been playing not to lose as opposed to playing to win. And they've got to get back to that, and that means opening things up again, being a little more free in what they're trying to get done on offense.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. And a manageable third down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. From the gun, here's Fields. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
2nd down, here's Willis. And his throw here's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
And nowhere to run for Willis. He goes down. Oso digging through with an effort there to earn a sack.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling coverage?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and that leads to a play-action sack. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Haskins with a run to begin the drive. A strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. Now Fields. This is Smith to the ground. And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another first down at the Colts 34-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
These guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Haskins on the counter. Down to about the 32. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for first. Back to throw. Fields. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. The kick by Crosby is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that CD, an important one here in the fourth quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Indy set to go on offense once more. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. 1st and 10, Willis. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. Now it's Kamara in the passing game. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. And now they're in the hurry-up. Now Willis on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Alvin Kamara unable to push past that yellow line. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. 2nd down, and they go back to Haskins. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Here's Fields. Quick slant here to Smith. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The kick by Crosby is good. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. And the Colts now, they're ready to get the football back. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. See if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Time becoming a factor, down 2 scores, though they have 2 timeouts and, of course, the 2-minute warning to work with as well. But now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Throwing again on 2nd and 10, it's Willis. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. Well, this crowd is making an impact right now. 3rd and 10. Third down, it's Willis. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. And this winds up a disaster, nowhere near the marker. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. We've got to have two hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. Haskins hit, and he lost the football. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. Trying to take this home, they'll run. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty. So the Colts now down by 2 touchdowns. 1:06 to play. Their perfect start to the season in serious peril as they come up on 1st and 10. Willis to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Willis's throw complete there to Bateman. Now 2nd down and a few inches. Here's Willis.
Passing lanes, tough to come by with so many defensive backs on the field here late in the game. And it's not just the number of bodies, it's their quickness and their agility that makes it tough to complete a pass.
Now Willis. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Here it is, 4th and inches. They run, it's Kamara. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Now Willis. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for the Ravens, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, they too will exit with a 2-1 record. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.